Hey everyone, I've been really busy restoring this old stone barn, which is probably 250 to 300 years old and needed a lot of work to bring it back to life. It's been fully repointed with lime, and for the last few months I've been working on getting a new roof up on it. I've been trying to use traditional techniques as much as possible, and it's really weather dependent. So the work is slow going, which is why I haven't been as consistent on my videos lately, but as you can see it's almost done and I should be back to regular videos pretty soon. I just recently made these trusses and got them installed. Last month I hand forged a custom slick and chisel, and I'll link that video below. And I made them specifically to do the mortise and tenon joints in these trusses. So in this video I'll show you how I made these trusses by hand to support the new roof. Please remember, likes and subscribes really help the channel grow so we can keep the content coming. I love to see your questions and comments down below, and if you want to support us directly you can do that over on Patreon, where we've started adding exclusive content for supporters. Alright, let's get going. I've got these beefy 6x8 Douglas beams, and they're going to be about 20 feet or 6 meters wide and about 2.2 meters or 7 feet tall. First thing I'm going to work on is the peak where the ridge beam sits. I'm going to get that laid out, cut, and temporarily joined together, because once I get this angle set, the rest of it should be pretty easy to dial in for the layout. First I'll inspect the ends, looking for any checking or knots that I want to get rid of, and mark those out. And I'll take at least 3 or 4 inches off each end, just to make sure that the moisture content is pretty uniform through the board. Then I can come in and do the actual layout for the cuts. Now I'll wrap the layout all the way around the beam. And now I can go ahead and cut the ends off. Now I'll take the end off with a circular saw so I can get it the final cut more easily. Okay, that's one done. Now I'll knock out the other so I can put them together. Then I can come back in with a chisel and do any fine tuning that it needs. Now with them both cut out, you can see they make a cradle that the ridge beam can just slide right into. And then I can run some bolts through the whole thing to tie it all together. I'll also leave a small gap here in the middle, just a millimeter or two, because this is green wood now and it'll shrink a bit, and this will allow me to tighten this up as this shrinks. I have all the lengths and angles calculated, so now I'll just measure everything out and get the layout finished. I'll use the slick to clean up the cut and get a really flat surface. The top 2 cords are ready now, and they're clamped in exactly where they need to be, so now I can lift the tie beam into place to start doing that layout. And from here I can start the layout for the mortise and tenons. I'll use a marking gauge to mark out the mortise, and I'll go over the lines in pencil to make them easier to see. Now I'll cut the mortise using the chisel. With this drill press sharpening system that I'll link below, I can touch up the edge of my chisels with the sharpener on the bottom here, or just give it a quick strop on the top in literally just a few seconds and be right back to work with really sharp blades. Now I'll flip it over and work on it from the other side. Now that the mortises are done, I can start cutting the tenons to mate them to their mortises. Now I can lay out the tenon. Now I'll clean up the tenons with the slick. Now the pieces are all prepped, I'm going to start test fitting them and get the whole thing assembled. Okay, so this has come together really nicely. There's about a 1/16 or 1.5 mil gap right now, but I should be able to take that out when I put the whole thing together. I can suck it up together. So now I'll get the other joints set up. And here it is all fitted together. Now I just need to take it apart, get it out to the barn, put it back together, and then hoist it into place. Here's one of the trusses going up. And now I can add the ridge beam and rafters and get this thing slated. I've got some videos coming that I'm super excited about, including a series on gasifiers. So see you soon, and thanks for watching.